Hi, Berserker Hunter here with another NECA figure review. This time it is on NECA's brand new 1994 Godzilla figure. And I gotta tell you guys right off the bat, this figure is just amazing. This has gotta be the best representation of the 1994 Godzilla, or I mean the Heisei Godzilla overall, ever made. It's given SH Monster Arts a run for their money, I gotta say. Just the look, the design, the detail, and the paint, and the articulation definitely just, it's amazing. It's just great that NECA actually made this figure. And they're making more too, like the 1985 Godzilla. I've heard rumors that they might be starting more waves after this if their line does really good. But let's get on with the packaging, then I'll get on with the figure in a minute here. Packaging isn't really anything special. I find it kind of weird with the card here. It's got the Bandai 1954, or Bandai Creations 1954 Godzilla on here, which is kind of strange to use another toy company's figure and then put it on your own figure's box, but I don't know. That was kind of a weird choice. But then we got Godzilla in Japanese up right there on the side. We got Godzilla here in English with this kind of chrome look to it. It's very nice. Godzilla versus Space Godzilla down here at the bottom. I'm kind of surprised they didn't just say Godzilla 1994, but maybe they'll make a Space Godzilla, which that will be really cool if they do. So keep your fingers crossed, because this may be like a little hint that they might be planning some more Godzilla figures, which I know they are, but you know, Space Godzilla might be next. Ages 14 and up, warning, choking hazard, Godzilla logo down here at the bottom, barcode. On the back, it's got a nice silhouette of Godzilla here. You can see his teeth and his spines and his claws. It's a nice picture, but you can't. It's not really showing the whole figure. It doesn't have a little read up or anything. Got Godzilla logo down here, just like it was on the front. Godzilla Toho trademark stamp there. Warner Brothers symbol. NECA logo here, and then we got the Godzilla trademark and copyright information down there. Nothing on the sides of the packaging. See, it's not really anything special, but it is a nice packaging. But now, let's get onto the figure. It's just such a great figure. The articulation on this guy is... it's so much better than any other NECA figure out there. Maybe the Predators, you know, it might compete with that, but for Godzilla figure, it's just so amazing that NECA was able to pull this off. The only minor gripe I have about this is the figure's tail, and I don't think it's long enough. A lot of people don't like the wired framed end of the tail here, which I can agree, sometimes it will break on the inside, but I usually try not to mess with this too much, because it's usually the more you pose it and stuff, after a very long time, the wire inside may break. They did a really good job on the tail still. Here, I'll bring in my Burning Godzilla Bandai Creations version and see what the tail length difference is. I think if this one was straightened out, I think it'd have about a 1.5 inches on NECA's figure here. And NECA's tail is actually a little bit slimmer than the Bandai Creations, but it's, like I said, a minor nitpick. But let's get on with the detail and articulation. Alright, now here's the detail and paint apps on this figure. Both really great. I mean, they got all the bumps and texture down, just like how Godzilla looked in the film. They even got the wrinkles that were, you know, from the suit when Godzilla was moving, or the guy in the suit, in the Godzilla suit was moving. He's got the wrinkles on there, like at the bottom of the ankle. Got him kind of on the knee here. And just the texturing, this kind of bumps that Godzilla has are just on there. They're spot on. I think the only part that kind of doesn't look right is the kind of stomach area here. It's more of a diamond shaped scales almost. Well, not scales, but bumps. It doesn't look bad. It doesn't harm the figure in any way. I just think it looks kind of odd. Up top here on the chest, it looks just like on the legs a little bit more. They're a little bit bigger, but it's just right here in this area that they're a little bit more diamond shaped, but that doesn't bother me very much. We got up onto the neck here. We've got the 2 rows of teeth Got the roof of the mouth there. The eyes are really, really well done. I mean, just look at that face. If you guys agree that the SH Monster Art, or think the SH Monster Arts figure is a lot more accurate head sculpt wise, here's a picture of the actual head from the 1994 Godzilla compared with this figure and the SH Monster Arts figure. This guy's just full of articulation. When I was showing the teeth, he's got a hinged jaw. He's got another. I thought maybe this would be like a hinge joint so he could look up a little bit more, but really, this is kind of a softer piece right here, and it can move up and down. He can look up kind of, but not straight up like if he was looking at King Ghidorah or another enemy. You can't really look up and do that. You can bend. It's kind of like an ab crunch. I'd say it's an ab crunch, so he can look up quite a bit that way, and then he can actually look down quite a bit too. I mean, it looks pretty good. I just kind of wish there would have been a hinge joint right here so he could look kind of straight up, or if you wanted to get him in a swimming pose. His head or his neck joint can move 360. It can pivot, go up and down, side to side. He's got a ab crunch here, can rotate, can pivot back and forth, side to side. He's got these ball hinge joints in the shoulder, which can also swivel, go in and out. He's got another swivel hinge at the base, in between the bicep and the shoulder, which is really nice, can swivel, can bend back and forth. He's also got another swivel hinge at the elbow, which is nice, can also swivel. He's got a nice ball joint in the wrists here. Can go 360, up and down. And he's got a hinge on the knuckles, which I've never seen on any NECA figure before. Well, there was the leatherback figure, which had that, but that's the only figure I know about that actually has a hinged knuckle. Then he's got the ball jointed hips, ball and socket. They can go out and in quite a bit. They can rotate, and luckily they don't just V out, kind of like how the 2014 Godzilla did. These can actually go back in if you decide to do something like that. He's got a ball hinge at the knee. Mine's still a little bit stiff, but it actually bends back a lot better than what the 2014 Godzilla did. Can also rotate. He's got a ball joint in the ankle. They can pivot. It can also swivel. Then for his tail, and luckily these spines, they're actually not a hard plastic. They're actually like a hard rubber. So if this guy decides to take a shelf dive, his spines won't break off. But I don't know if maybe something else like the tail or the head or the fingers here might break off. But at least you're safe on this. It's nice that they did that. But anyways, with the tail, just like the 2014 Godzilla, he's got a ball hinge right here where you can straighten it out, up, can pivot, can rotate, and then same joint here and here. And then right after this third one right here is the piece this is the only bit of assembly that you acquire for this figure. You just have this in the packaging, you take it out, and then you just pop it on. And then you got another ball joint right here, and the tail is bendable. So you can bend it in any way, shape, and form. I'm not too worried about the wire breaking in this, because this tail, the rubber anyways, feels a lot more tough, but it is quite bendable. But it seems a lot more tough, and it seems like it'd be really, really hard to break the wire on the inside, even after a long time. That's it, guys. That's the NECA Godzilla figure. Let me know what you think of this figure, if it's better than SH Monster Arts, or SH Monster Arts is better than this. In my opinion, I love this figure. This is my favorite Godzilla figure, actually probably my favorite figure in my collection. We'll do a size comparison real quick, and that should be about it, guys. We'll bring in Gypsy Danger here. Gypsy Danger actually stands taller than Godzilla. I'd say about maybe a half an inch, maybe almost an inch taller. We'll bring in Trespasser here. Still have yet to do a review on this figure. Trespasser is definitely much larger than Godzilla here. Yeah, he's a lot larger. Then we'll bring in some of the actual Bandai Creation figures. Here's Space Godzilla, and Godzilla kind of towers over Space Godzilla here. Then I'll bring in Burning Godzilla again, just so you can see him again for size. I think if he was actually standing straight up instead of this kind of tilting forward pose, I think he might be about the same size, but then again, Space Godzilla is around the same size, even with Godzilla Burning Godzilla kind of leaning forward there. But thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, comment down below. Thanks for supporting my channel, for all my subscribers out there. I will be getting more reviews up. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I've actually posted another figure review up. But I figured I'm actually one of the first people that posted a review of this figure up about a day or two ago. Because I just got it and my camera wasn't working there for a little while. So I figured, well, I better get this figure up somehow. Thanks for watching, guys. Leave some messages, what you think of this figure, if it's better than SH Monster Arts. Please subscribe and like the video. Thanks for watching, guys. Berserker Hunter, out.